One of the greatest combat sports athletes of our generation, Ronda Rousey, has recently claimed that Joe Rogan is not an MMA expert.
He's not an expert. He's a fan with an audience.
He's a fan with an audience, and some people agree with her. I agree with her. Some people disagree with her. But today I decided, I feel like that conversation has sort of sparked this idea where I'm going to go through some crazy, some just insane, some really bad Joe Rogan MMA takes. Now, this is not going to be the last video I do on this, so I know I'm going to not include a lot of takes. You guys are going to say, oh, what about when he said this or this? No, I'm going to do multiple parts of this, all right? This is going to be a bit of a series, all right? We're going to go through some of Joe Rogan's most insane takes. This is going to be from recently till a few years ago. I'm just going off of what I have found. So we're starting with a take that he has on Jon Jones. I'm pretty sure you guys know this one. This is fairly recent.
Jon Jones said he needed 6 months to prepare for Aspinall if he's going to fight Aspinall. So they were trying to make a deal, and then he decided to retire. But it's 6 months because he's not training, like at all. Like he just doesn't train. Like in between fights, just doesn't train.
Look at how wide his eyes are. You guys all know this one, right? You guys, I wanted to start with this one because it's recent and it has to do with Jon Jones and Aspinall. But this one's just so like ridiculous. It's so retarded in my opinion. The idea that Jon Jones he just doesn't fucking train. He doesn't even train. He just goons all day is what Joe Rogan is insinuating. It's so stupid. He doesn't train. Look how wide my eyes are. He doesn't even train. He doesn't. He just beats his wife all day. That's a form of training, Joe, all right? That counts. That counts as a form of training. You know, and pounding Dana White and beating your wife counts as a form of training.
Train.
Yeah.
Which to me, he used to do that a lot when he was younger too, which is I always thought was crazy.
That is crazy to me. I always saw guys.
Dude, he literally he doesn't train at all. What he does is he just wakes up and walks into the octagon and just destroys people, right? That's why he was always in shape every time he fought. That's why he literally took steroids. That's why, we saw clips of him training in the lead up to his fights, but he also simultaneously did not train for any of his fights. Pretty interesting, I think, but
Guys do that like when I was in my 20s and
insane.
I would watch these really big fighters just not train unless it was a training camp time.
Yeah, that's Jon. Jon doesn't train. He just never trains.
But look at Jon, greatest of all time. But it's like, how did he do that?
I really don't know.
Yeah, he was that. He was that. What was that?
Talented.
He was that talented. He was that talented. Yeah, he was so talented. That's why he took steroids. He was so talented, guys. It was just his pure, just natural talent is what made Jon Jones have the ability to just walk into the octagon and fuck people up. And by people, we're talking about old, broken down middleweights. Amen. But he just didn't train. He didn't train at all, right? Fucking mental. And he's not even done. Let's keep listening.
Well, I think Jon is just so fucking talented that he could pull that off.
Yeah,
and
probably.
It's just the talent. The outlier is the talent. The outlier of why Jon is able to not train, because he definitely doesn't train, is just because he's so fucking talented. You don't get it, guys. You don't get it. See, here's the thing. When Ronda Rousey said that Joe Rogan is not an MMA expert, he's a fan with an audience, I agreed with her. And like I said earlier, I agreed with her. And I think that people are arguing, oh, but he's a black belt and he's a taekwondo. Look, at the end of the day, does he have the credentials to back it up? Yes, but we've seen in 2025, there are plenty of MMA experts, guys, who are literally the greatest of all time, like Demetrius Johnson, who have really bad takes on the sport. Sorry, but it's just the truth. There are guys that are former world champions, even current world champions, that are just kind of dumb when it comes to talking about the sport that they were so good at. So Joe Rogan, he's never even really competed at a high level. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I get that. But he's got some dumb takes. I don't care his credentials. At the end of the day, he's got some really bad takes. And this is one of them.
Outlier. It's like he was just so good. He was so good. He could do it. He could party and still fuck guys up. Like what he said to Cormier at the press conference.
That's not the case, though, Joe. He did train. Do you really believe in your thick skull? I like Joe Rogan. I'd like to be on Jerry one day. So I'm not going to insult him too much. Fuck him. I don't care. Look, Joe, do you really think he just simply didn't train? Do you really believe the words that are coming out of your own mouth when you say that? Yeah, he would just wake up and, just not even go to the gym. He would just snort coke, and then it's fight week, and then he cuts a little bit of weight, and now he's fighting. That's not the case at all. That's just not true. Anybody with a brain can say, yeah, he trained. Now, If he meant like, well, he didn't train as much as the other guys, that's different than simply saying he just did not train. That's a very big difference. Saying, oh, he didn't train as much as DC is not the same as he didn't train. He just didn't train. That's a very big difference. So let's move on to the next one, though. How about this phenomenal take from Joe Rogan where he says, I don't even know if we should stop hitting people in the back of the head. It doesn't make any sense to me, and it should be legal. I mean, he's just an absolute... Look at his face in this picture. Look how smart this guy is. He's just a fucking genius, right? Again, this guy is a fan with an audience. I'm sorry. He is. Because when you have takes this bad consistently, it's not like, oh, he had one bad take, two bad takes, three bad takes. He's got a new bad take every month. His takes are horrendous. Horrendous, bro. I don't even know if we should stop hitting people in the back of the head. Tell that to the guy. Why don't you tell that to this boxer? I don't know his name exactly, but I'll put him on the screen. He's this boxer that was hit with back of the head shots. Now, obviously, that's illegal in boxing, just like it is illegal in MMA. But he was hit to the back of the head so many times that now he's a vegetable, basically. Tell that to that guy. Like, there's a reason that they're banned, Joe. There is a reason for it. There's a reason it's illegal because it is highly dangerous. There's a reason things like that are not allowed. How is this guy even respected by people? How are people coming to this guy's defense over some shitty I get it. It's Ronda Rousey. I understand it's coming from Ronda Rousey. I understand Ronda Rousey is a moron herself. But come on, man. It doesn't matter the messenger sometimes. She's right. When you have takes like this, I don't even know if we should stop hitting people in the back of the head. Let's just give everyone permanent brain damage. Wouldn't that be fun? It doesn't make any sense to me, man. Let's elbow people in the back of the skull. It'd be awesome. Why is it illegal? This guy's retarded, bro. Honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know. We have another John Jones clip. Yay, let's just listen to this and give our opinion.
They were trying to pressure him to fight Tom Aspinall.
Is he going to fight? Like, what's the deal?
He's doing what a pool hustler does.
That's what I was about to say.
Like, I guarantee you, if John really thinks that he's fighting in June, he's already in camp. He's getting ready.
Would it be Alex, or do you think it would be
Alex?
Wait,
really?
The big money.
Wait, he's in camp. Wait, but Joe, you said he didn't train with your eyes wide. He just isn't. He doesn't train. But he's in camp, but he doesn't train. Oh, that's interesting, Joe. Anyways.
Fight is Alex
at
and John Jones at the White House. Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Catch weight. Make it 225. You don't have to be for a title. Make it the bad motherfucker upper edition. You have the BMF belt for 155ers. Who's the real BMF?
Yeah.
Do you think one of those guys could beat Alex Pereira? You think you get a 155-pounder in there against Alex Pereira? Does Max Holloway survive against Alex Pereira? No, shut the fuck up.
Oh, my God. Like, that's like... Look, I don't even like the BMF belt, but this just comes off so retarded from Joe. I mean, there is a reason they gave it to Max Holloway. Well, it started with Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal, right? Again, I don't like the BMF title at all, but it started because those two guys are legitimately BMFs, or at least at the time they were. They had the resume to back it up. They had the credentials to back it up. Again, I don't necessarily think from the get-go is a good idea, right? But now it's landed on Max Holloway. Answer me this, guys, in the comments. Who's had more BMF moments, Max Holloway or John Jones? Now, Alex Pereira, yes, he's a BMF. He's a monster. He's awesome. He's a beast. I love Alex Pereira. But the other half of that fight is John Jones. Again, name me in the comments who has more BMF moments, Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, hell, even Nate Diaz, or John Jones. But the spinning back kick he did to 50-year-old Stipe, that's a BMF moment right there. When he spinning elbowed his wife, that's a BMF moment right there. But when he got a boner with Hasbulla, that's a... Anyways, let's keep going.
That can only be DC. That'd be a wild thing.
The John Jones-Alex Pereira fight would probably be the biggest fight in human history.
I mean, that in
at
MMA, the White House?
Also, I didn't even mention this, right? The idea of John Jones being a BMF when he ducked Tom Aspinall, that's a BMF thing to do, right? Max Holloway was going to fight Habib on like a day's notice. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, he pulled out because he was concussed. But that's a BMF thing what John Jones did. He literally didn't want to fight Chael Sonnen on short notice. He didn't want to fight him on short... Chael Sonnen, a fucking middleweight. He didn't want to fight on short notice. He's a BMF. He's a real BMF, John Jones. That's a real bad motherfucker. Fuck you, man. I'm so sick of the And Joe Rogan, he's one of the big culprits of this. The glazing of John Jones, like, he's such a bad motherfucker, man. That he's a wife-beating fucking steroid cheat. That's not a BMF thing to do. Taking steroids is not a BMF thing to do. I'm sorry. You know? Spinning elbowing your wife is not a BMF thing to do. Getting in hit and runs and being as gay as John Jones. These are not... John Jones is the opposite, bro. He's the gayest motherfucker. He's not a The idea of John Jones being called a BMF is so silly, bro. It's so silly. Oh, but I mean, if John Jones and Max Holloway fought, he would beat Max Holloway, so therefore he is a BMF. But he's not had a BMF career like a guy like Max Holloway. It is what it is. This guy's retarded. We already know this. Or how about this absolutely infamous take from Joe Rogan where he says Ronda Rousey would beat Floyd Mayweather in a street fight, MMA fight type scenario, whatever the fuck. He says it's all about how much time Floyd has to prepare because he will really have to work on his takedown defense. That would be the big thing. If Ronda gets a clinch on him, it's not just about worrying about being taken down to the ground. It's worrying about knees to the body. It's worrying about her manipulating his body in ways that he doesn't understand. Ooh, like, it's so silly to me because most people would agree with this. I'm sorry, bro, but like, look, I understand. Look, women are fucking tough. Ronda probably could beat my ass, but I'm not Floyd Mayweather. I'm not the level of athlete that Floyd Mayweather is. I'm not as strong as Floyd Mayweather, probably. Why did I say I'm not. Why did I say probably? I had to like stroke my ego there, like probably. I'm not. He is stronger than me. He's faster than me. He's more explosive than me. And I think he's a lot more explosive, stronger, and faster than Ronda freaking Rousey. I'm sorry. What was she like I don't even remember her division. I mean, I don't even remember a single great punch she's thrown. You know, that KO over, what was that one chick she KO'd? Fucking Miranda Osencia, whoever. I just made someone up. I don't know. Like, who cares? Bro, the idea that Ronda Rousey would beat Floyd Mayweather in any type of fighting scenario, I'm sorry, it's kind of silly. It is. I get it. She knows more about MMA than him. I get it. I get that take. A lot of people have this take. But at the end of the day, bro, Floyd Mayweather could hit one jab on her and that's it. That's a different jab than, bro, think about the recent story of like that girl that like she fought in the Olympics against an individual who I think it came out they were actually a man, they were a trans individual, but she said she got hit with a punch and it was like nothing she's ever felt before. There is a difference between a man jab, a grown male jab and a female jab. I'm sorry, it's the truth. You know, Clarissa Shields, whatever the fuck her name is, she got hit with like one punch from some like cannon boxing and she like fell to the ground and stuff. It happens. There's a reason men and women don't fight each other. That's just how it is. That's science. Like, I know it sounds like the typical like, oh man, if a man and a woman fought, but it's the truth. Like, the reason people say it is because it's true. As cringe as it may come off, as cringe as it may sound, I'm sorry, bro, but like Ronda Rousey, what is she going to do to Floyd Mayweather? He hits her with one punch. She's going to freaking, her nose is going to bleed or whatever. She's going to like, oh my God, like what the fuck? She's never been hit with a jab from a guy like Floyd Mayweather with the speed, the explosivity, the power. I'm sorry. He continues to say, Rogan said it would take 6 months to a year of Floyd training with the best trainers in the world to get his grappling to a point where he would be able to contend with Rousey. He also said point blank when asked that he thought Ronda would win the fight. He says, it's too hard to avoid the clinch. If you watch a Floyd fight, they very rarely end in one-punch knockout. He has brittle hands. Against guys like Manny Pacquiao. Against high-level machines of boxers, bro. High-level boxers. Yes, he does have brittle hands, but I think if he was in an MMA fight with Ronda Rousey, he's not caring about how brittle his hands are, bro. I'm sorry. You are talking about small gloves, or hands are going to break even easier. He only needs one punch, in my opinion. She keeps her chin tucked, hands high, and gets a hold of you. Oh, she's going to keep her chin tucked. Whoa, guys. I'm not even, you know what sucks is I'm not a Floyd fan. I don't like Floyd. I don't really care for him. He probably is a boxing go. I don't really care about boxing that much anyways. I don't really care for Floyd, but it's just so silly that like, oh, but Ronda, she knows how to shoot a double leg, guys. So it's over. It's over from there. There's going to be a lot of things that she's doing that he doesn't understand. Yeah, she doesn't even understand how to throw a punch. What about that? He's going to be doing a lot of things too. A jab to the body, a two upstairs, a left hook to follow. You know what I mean? A liver shot, a kidney shot, a left hook upstairs. He's going to be throwing combinations that's going to blow her mind in real time. What are you talking about, Joe? Please stop. Please. We're not talking about like, oh, if Tyson Fury fought Tom Aspinall, what would happen? We're not talking about that. We're talking about a woman, Ronda Rousey, who had been slept in like her last 2 fights before leaving the UFC because she mentally couldn't handle it. And we're talking about Floyd Mayweather, one of the fastest, if not the fastest boxer of all time. He doesn't have KO power, I understand, but he's facing Ronda Rousey. Come on, what are we doing here? He's super explosive. He's in shape. He's an athlete. It's not a conversation, in my opinion. It's a really silly take. And finally, potentially the worst take in human history. This is by far the worst take of the video. Maybe one of his worst takes of all time. Joe Rogan claims, right, that Jorge Masvidal and modern era welterweights are just way better than GSP. But specifically Jorge Masvidal, which is insane to me. Let's just watch this.
I mean, Usman is, in my mind, up into that fight, he's the greatest welterweight of all time.
So he's talking about Usman and Leon Edwards, right? So this was in the build-up to Usman Edwards 3. So he's talking about, before the second Edwards fight where he got head kick KO'd, that, in my mind, he's one of the greatest of all time. Yeah.
And Leon Edwards lands that one head
kick. You're going over GSP.
Yeah. I think if they fought...
That crushes me.
I just think the level of...
I think we can all say now, right? Like, I don't think Usman is better than GSP. I still actually hold GSP above Kamaru Usman on the welterweight GOAT list. I think Usman is probably number 2. I would say number 2. But what Rogan's about to say here...
Petition, he faces higher.
You think so?
He's saying the level of competition Kamaru Usman has faced is higher. So, like, Masvidal is a higher... what the fuck, man? Yeah, Masvidal is just way more skilled than fucking, like... Matt Serra. Matt Serra is a terrible example. Carlos Condit, for example. I would say like Condit and like Masvidal are on the same level. If not, Condit is like slightly better. You know what I mean? So it's just like, then you got like who? Like Matt Hughes compared to what? Gilbert Burns? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but it's just because GSP was so good, he raised the bar.
He raised it to the level it's at now, you're saying. Right.
But I think if you look at GSP's victories, I mean, he beat some very good guys. But I think the guys Kamaru Usman beat, Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal.
Look, I like Colby Covington. I like Jorge Masvidal. But what are we doing here, bro? It's not that far off. It's really not that far off. I would say BJ Penn all time is better than Jorge Masvidal in his prime. Nick Diaz in his prime. These guys were better and are better. Not are currently, but you know what I mean? Like these guys were better than Jorge Masvidal, than Colby Covington. I'm not trying to discredit Usman's wins. They're still great wins. But on the level of those guys I just mentioned, I don't know, man. And even if they're not, even if Nick Diaz is not like a much better win than, let's say, a Jorge Masvidal, I would say it's equal. I wouldn't say like beating Masvidal is way better than beating Nick Diaz. I wouldn't say that personally. I really think that's kind of silly.
Oh, Tyron Woodley, I think they're better.
I think Masvidal's GSP level?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, even this random, even MMA Guru, whoever this guy is, even the country MMA Guru is confused. Like, what? You think Masvidal is better than GSP? And Joe Rogan is sitting here just, yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm retarded. Yeah. Like, you're just retarded, bro. You are. Jorge Masvidal is not better than George fucking St. Pierre, bro. I'm sorry. In what world? In what world, bro? GSP would destroy Masvidal. In what world? And that's the thing as well with the Usman thing. Usman, but the competition he's beating is higher. He's barely beating these guys. He had 2 wars with Colby Covington. He barely beat Masvidal the first time. He slept him the second, fine. He got dropped by Gilbert Burns. Yeah, he beat him as well, still. And then, the Woodley fight was what it was. But it's just like, come on, man. He's beating Masvidal. He's beating... Jeez, man. Masvidal's better than GSP. Really. In what way? I don't even think he's a better striker. He wasn't a better grappler. He doesn't have better jiu-jitsu. Like, what world are we living in?
I think if Masvidal was around during that time, he would be dangerous for everybody. I think he's on another level.
Being dangerous is not the same as he's better than GSP. That's a big difference, bro. He's not. He would be dangerous is not the same as he's better than GSP. Sure, maybe he would be dangerous. I agree. There are, again, Carlos Condits and Nick Diaz's and Matt Hughes and BJ Penn's and all these different names you can think of, and Johnny Hendricks. He'd give some of those guys problems, but he'd lose to a lot of those guys, I think, as well. And he would definitely lose to GSP, the guy that you're claiming he is better than. I'm sorry, that's just retarded.
but I think everyone's on another level now. I think like the Masvidal that knocked out Ben Askren, I mean, that was one of the craftiest fucking moves everyone's ever done.
For sure, man.
He ran out. He went sideways and then ran straight at him. And
he's even doing the Lucas Tracy crafty stuff. Look, I don't think that was a fluke by any means, but I don't think GSP is making the same mistake as Ben Askren of like. And no, the thing is, he did it one time. He's never done it again. He's tried it kind of on like Darren Till, and I think he tried to like do it to like Nate Diaz. I don't know if he was really, really trying to do it, but he was kind of like joking around about it. But I'm sorry that one knockout is not going to make me say, yeah, dude, he could beat GSP because he knocked out Ben Askren. Honestly, it's just
Askren's instincts kicked in, and he kneed him into the dark lands.
Oh man, that
just
was
one
brutal.
shot, boom, into the shadow realm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Masvidal.
I mean, he knocked out Eve Edwards with a fucking head kick back in the day.
He's a killer, dude. No doubt.
He's a fucking assassin.
You got to understand, bro. Eve Edwards is better than anyone GSP's ever beat. You have to understand that. Like, anyone GSP's ever beat, Eve Edwards is way better than whoever Eve Edwards even is. Don't call me a casual. I don't even know who the fuck that is. So
he's a killer, dude. No doubt.
He's an assassin. He had bare knuckle fights in the Kimbo Slice days.
What does any of this mean, Joe? Let's get out of here. Like, honestly, what is any of this? Okay, and GSP was destroyed. Oh man, this is just I'm glad I ended with this one because this one got me the most heated. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, sub. Let me know your thoughts on this video. We are definitely going to do more. There's definitely a lot of bad takes that I didn't include that I want to save for other videos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one and ones that I do in the future. Like, comment, share, sub. Let me know your thoughts down below. See you guys. Love you guys. And also let me know if you think Ronda Rousey is correct that Joe Rogan is just more of a fan than he is an analyst or an expert. I kind of think this video should convince you that he is more of a fan with an audience and he is an insane expert like people want to claim he is. See you guys. Peace.